Now, after successfully concluding the Cyprus leg of the three-nation visit, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is set to arrive in Canada early on Tuesday morning to attend the G7 summit. The G7 summit that kicked off on Monday is being held in Canada, bringing together the leaders of the world's most advanced economies like the United States, United Kingdom, France, Germany, Italy, Japan and Canada, along with the European Union, international bodies such as the IMF, World Bank and United Nations. India, Ukraine, Mexico, Australia, South Africa, South Korea and Brazil will also be attending the summit's outreach session on the 17th of June. TD India correspondent Amritpal Singh reports from Canada's Alberta. Take a look.
As the gathering of the leaders of arguably the most powerful 7 nations of the world, the Western powers, began here in the Rocky Mountains of Alberta, war continues to dominate the agenda of the G7. And it's not the Russia-Ukraine war alone, given the fact that President Zelensky has been invited to attend this time around. It is the latest Israel-Iran conflict that continues to dominate the agenda here in Canada. While Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney wants to push his agenda for strengthening global peace and security, building critical mineral supply chains and creating jobs, issues such as the US tariffs and conflicts in West Asia and Ukraine continue to dominate the summit.
Der Fortschritt des Irans.
This issue, Iran-Israel conflict, will be very high on the agenda of the G7 summit.
Freitag militärische Ziele.
And this is an issue on which there are deep divisions within the grouping on how the conflict should be brought to an end. All that the G7 leaders could agree upon is to issue a joint statement calling for de-escalation. Canada has already ditched the idea of a comprehensive joint communique and is expected to issue chair summaries instead. Apart from the G7 countries, leaders from India, Ukraine, Mexico, Australia, South Africa, South Korea and Brazil will be attending the outreach session on the 17th of June. Prime Minister Modi will be arriving on the evening of June 16th Canadian time, marking the second leg of his three-nation tour after Cyprus. He will exchange views with the leaders of G7 countries, other invited outreach countries, and the heads of international organizations at the summit on crucial global issues, including energy security, technology and innovation, particularly the AI energy nexus and quantum-related issues.
This is the 6th consecutive time that India has been invited as a G7 guest country, which speaks for itself about India's importance in the world. There will be discussions on the sidelines within the G7 and also on the sidelines with all the invitee countries, with the G7 countries, especially on topics of energy security, innovation, emerging technologies, quantum, AI, things which affect all of us today.
The Prime Minister will also hold several bilateral meetings on the sidelines of the summit. Apart from India's participation in the outreach session of the G7, Prime Minister Modi's bilateral engagements with world leaders would be significant, especially the one with Mark Carney, which could well prove to be an opportunity to reset the ties between the two nations. With cameraman N.A. Sivakumar, this is Amritpal Singh for DD India in Alberta, Canada.